Hey fire signs, welcome to your weekly messages for August 2nd through the 8th. Woo, August already. If you haven't already, go check out the general reading that's on the channel. I did that just for the full month, and I did a general reading for the entire month for everybody, and then I did individual zodiac signs. I just did a few cards for each one. So go check that out if you haven't already. And same as these, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So go check it out. It's lengthy, but I promise it's worth it. So fire signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Aries, Leo, Sag. Hello, welcome. If you are new to the channel, hello, happy to have you here. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And all of my information is in the description box below. So if you'd like to follow me on social media, email me for a personal reading, or go ahead and book it yourself through my Square site, feel free to do so. You can also check out my website as well. And if you are not new to the channel and you're returning, hi, welcome back. And hey, cross watchers. So let's talk about this week. We have the full moon on the 3rd, and that is in the sign of Aquarius. So we are in Leo season, sun sign speaking, but the moon is in the sign of Aquarius, and it's a full moon. It's, according to the Old Farmer's Almanac, it's called the sturgeon moon, which sturgeon are fish. So you can read all about why that is, if you so choose. In general, fish swim in schools, and Aquarius is really good at the duality of being part of the whole while maintaining individuality, by going with the crowd, being of the crowd without following. So they're very good at that. So let's see, that's on the 3rd. And I talk more about that in depth in the general reading. But in general, the full moon is wonderful for release. I have my paper ready to go, ready to be burned on the 3rd, under the full moon. I'm ready. Let go of that which no longer serves us. Any manifestations that we have, any seeds that we planted under the new moon can now be harvested, or you can simply surrender to the divine. Say, you know what? Here you go. Do with it what you will. Here's my order. I trust you to fill it. We also have on Saturday, the 8th, the Lion's Gate, the 8/8 Lion's Gate. So that is when the star Sirius and the Earth align. Star Sirius is the brightest star in our sky. It's exponentially brighter, something like 26 times brighter than our sun. So that's why it's so bright. And it's also when Orion's belt aligns with the pyramids at Giza. So very Egyptian, ancient Egyptian roots, and the energy is super intense around the Lion's Gate. We're ascending, we're awakening. So ascension codes are coming in. We're down. The nice thing is you don't have to do a damn thing. All right. Disclaimer, I try to keep it PG-13 on the channel. So occasionally words fly. So earbuds if you're in mixed company. So pyramids of Giza and Orion's belt line up. So awakening, ascension codes, you just sit back and let it happen. Just be open to receive. Be flexible. And it also encodes our physical DNA, like will change. So super cool stuff. Feel free to look more up. There's all kinds of stuff. I'm also posting snippets here and there to kind of Cliff Notes version it for the general public. But if you're super into it or astrologically minded, feel free to gather the info. I only became aware of it in the last few years, so it's like, oh, that makes so much sense. Like just embody because it's the Leo, the lion, we're in Leo season, and it's still going during Lionsgate. It's super intense energy. And you can also, lions, think of the Wizard of Oz, the Cowardly Lion. He says, I'm king of the forest. So embody your regalness, if that's a word. All right, fire signs, let's see what messages want to come through this week. Oh, the Hanged Man. Some see that as the sign of Pisces. In general, it's major arcana, so it's about taking a look from a different perspective, or just hanging out, chilling, letting the universe do its thing. Four of Wands in reverse. So some of you might be ending a long-term relationship. So this is the celebration card. Kind of reminds me of a chuppah. So with it being in reverse, it's could very well be, we'll see what comes out when we clarify. All my decks are listed, not mine, they're not mine. I own them, but I did not make them. I always say that. It's like, I have to be careful how I phrase things. All of the decks that I am using are listed below. So this is the Mystical Dreamer Tarot, and then I'm clarifying with the Witch's Tarot. So we'll see what comes out when we clarify, but in general, that is, my trier just went off, so that could be a sign for some of you that you're ending a long-term relationship or marriage. And for others, it's just a time that something didn't go according to plan, you're not celebrating, you're just kind of chilling. King of Pentacles here right in the middle. It is upright. King of Pentacles, so that could be an earth sign in your life. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. In general, it is kind of that self-made person, that self-made man. Gender's fluid. If I say he or she, it's just the energy of the card, so kings or he's. And take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If I say you and it's your person, or if I say your person, it's you. Also, don't try to shoehorn your story into whatever's playing out here. If it's not what's going on for you, it's not what's going on for you. It's general. So if you would like your own personal reading, let me know. You can book that, or check out check out your other placements. So your moon, rising, Venus, if this is your sun sign. It can give you additional pieces to the puzzle or just resonate more for you. So the King of Pentacles could be an earth sign, like I said. Somebody who's significantly older than you, could be a father figure or a boss, with it being Pentacles. But if it's just the energy, it could be you. You are taking charge and you're manifesting and making your money, doing your thing. Justice in reverse. Yeah, some of you are definitely getting a divorce. Sign of Libra. You could be leaving a Libra. So in reverse. Or you feel like maybe karma isn't on your side or hasn't been fulfilled. Karma is, it's a balancing energy. So karma's only a bitch if you are, right? So we reap what we sow. If you sow crap, you're gonna get crap. If you sow, wow, okay, so I said this earlier in the other reading for the general. If you sow wildflowers, you're going to get wildflowers. If you sow prickly weeds, you're going to get prickly weeds. So there you go. That reminds me, there are 4 planets and 1 outlier that are retrograde this month. So that's Uranus, Jupiter, I need my notes, Saturn, Pluto, and Chiron. So 4 planets in that outlier. Uranus is about independence, so embracing your independence. Jupiter is about expansion, rules Sagittarius, and is about spiritual growth. Saturn, karma, so figure it out. Take responsibility for your karma. Pluto is about your shadow self. So Pluto goes retrograde later this month, and that's about embracing your shadow self, dealing with your inner demons, kind of corralling them and sending them on their way. And then Chiron is the wounded healer. Chiron has been in retrograde for a little over a month now and continues until mid-December, I think December 15th-ish. So that's, he's just bringing some stuff up to the surface for us to work on. Some of those wounds that need to be healed. Wounded healer. So with Saturn being in retrograde, your karma could be coming up to balance itself out. And then the Seven of Cups here at the bottom, you got a choice. You have multiple choices. Be careful because it could also be about deception, someone trying to deceive you. Because you can't see what's in all of those cups. All right, Hanged Man. Oh, 2 came out. Ooh, okay. So, overall, 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords is about a decision. You're making a decision, trying to use logic, head over heart kind of decision, what makes sense. Sometimes what makes sense isn't always the right thing to do. Always trust your heart, trust your gut. So you're taking a different perspective. Something happened, or this is just maybe that awakening. You're just trying to figure some stuff out. You're taking a time out, taking a look from another point of view. Maybe you're putting yourself out in someone else's perspective, putting yourself in someone else's shoes, trying to see it from their perspective. That's what I was trying to say. And make a decision. The star in reverse, sign of Aquarius, so could have to do with an Aquarian, or you have it in your chart. And this is about a wish not coming true. Maybe the grass wasn't greener on the other side. That's been a message lately. So really evaluate that. If you've been resisting that, fire signs, I love you, but you can be very stubborn. So, and I have a lot of fire in my chart, so believe me, calling the kettle black there. So you're taking a time out, you're weighing your options, something isn't right. And you want to take the opportunity, and as well you should, to reevaluate and see what else you want to do. King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, water signs there. The King of Cups could be a water sign, someone who's older, or you could be older. In general, that is someone who is very emotionally grounded, very stable, very loving, kind, in touch with their emotions. And that might be hard for you, but maybe this situation helps you get there. And then the Moon, so another Pisces card, also sign of Cancer. So definitely if you're dealing with a water sign, here you go. The Moon, oh, she's so pretty. She's the cover model for this deck. I love her. She's beautiful. I usually look at, fun fact, I usually look at the High Priestess as myself. And if I love the depiction of the High Priestess, I will purchase the deck. And it's not that I didn't. Follows very traditional Rider-Waite-Smith tarot depiction in this deck, but the Moon card was another reason why. I mean, she sealed the deal. I loved the way she looked. So that's about secrets coming to light. We have a new moon, or a full moon. New moon? Okay. So it could be between now and the new moon, which will be in a couple of weeks. Forgive me, I don't know the date for sure. But usually about every 2 weeks we have a full moon, new moon, full moon, new moon. So something about moon cycles as well. If you have trouble sleeping during the new moon or full moon, Moonstone has really helped me to be able to sleep, especially during the full moon. It really messes with me. Actually, I always carry Moonstone with me in general, but it does help. So if you're having some trouble sleeping, just know that that can help. So, I mean, what have you got to lose, right? All right, so we had some cards fly out. I don't always take them, but it felt right to take these. So we are. Ooh, 5 of Swords. Okay, here with the 4 of Wands. Yeah, there's no reason to celebrate because you're fighting. You're fighting so much that there is somebody walking away, whether it's you, them, or both. You, especially with this being swords, two things. One, you either thought you won or they thought they won. But at what did it cost you? 2, could have been verbal. Could have been a lot of, could be mind games. Swords are air energy and our thoughts and intellect. And there's a big old full moon right there. So something's definitely happening with this full moon. You're releasing something. Maybe you're releasing something that happened in the past that caused you to lose people from your life. 10 of Wands. Yep. Burden. This is a burden, or it has been a burden for a long time. The world cycle's completing. It's time to put down that burden. King of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, air signs. With it being the king, could be someone who's older than you, like several years older than you. In general, the King of Swords is someone who gives wise counsel, good advice. They tend to be very decisive, and that sword, he's got it down, but it's at the ready. So if they need to use it, they will. So this could have been with an air sign, something happened and it's time to put down the burden, it's time to let it go. And the Queen of Swords. So we have the King and the Queen of Swords. Lots of air energy here. Queen of Swords, when she's in reverse, I'll show it to you upright so you can kind of get the energy. The Queen of Swords upright is balanced and a lot like the King of Swords. However, in reverse, she's very cold and calculating and bitey. She might be quick-tongued, kind of. The tongue is mightier than the sword, right? The pen is mightier than the sword, but that's verbal, that's words, right? So she doesn't mince words. It can be to the point where it's like, ow, you know, she just slices you. So I want you to see something. When we have this is what I see, and a lot of other people do too, but when we have the king and queen of the same suit come out, that is soulmate, twin flame, divine union, whatever it is for you. Here's what's interesting. Again, gender is neutral. The divine masculine and the divine feminine. So the divine masculine can be a woman in this lifetime, and the divine feminine can be a man in this lifetime. So, you know, it doesn't matter what our meat suits say, what we present to the world. It's energy. So this is what I find interesting. It's that the divine feminine is in reverse and the divine masculine is upright. So the divine masculine is centered and balanced, where the divine feminine is like, not at all. Not at all. Either completely unhealed or just to the point where she's had enough and she's not doing it anymore. If this is your story, take what resonates. All right. King of Pentacles. I like that it's right here in the middle. That's saying that like you still have your power about you. 10 of Cups, 8 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles. Ooh. All right. Bear with me. I know it's several cards again. 10 of Cups. This is the happy family, emotionally fulfilled. So love abounds, lots of affection, lots of attention, lots of nurturing, because cups are emotions. 8 of Wands, communication. So if this is an earth sign, you could be communicating that you want your happily ever after with them. 3 of Pentacles, this is about teamwork. See how she's kind of focusing on those fine details, but there's people out here helping her to see if it's to scale, if the colors match, etc. So you could be working with friends and family. You could meet this person through friends and family. I also heard you were the artist. So you were creating this. And it might be with help of others. So friends, family, co-workers, maybe a spiritual counselor, something like that. Knight of Wands. Hello, fire sign, showing up in your own reading. It could be another fire sign. The knights are action. So the Knight of Wands is the second fastest knight in the deck. So Knight of Swords and then the Knight of Wands. So this is fast. this is happening very quickly. This is decided action. Maybe it's because now you feel stable, financially stable. Whatever happened, and you feel financially stable enough to go it on your own, and you're chasing that happiness. You're like, this is what I want. This is what I'm manifesting. I want that happily ever after. Nice. Seven of Wands, maybe feeling a little defensive. Maybe people are coming at you like, really? Is that what you want? Yeah, that's what I want. Why wouldn't it be what I want? Are you sure you want to leave that relationship? Yeah, I'm sure. Because you don't know what happens behind closed doors. You can see what you want to see all day long. You can see what we put on social media, but you're not seeing what happens behind closed doors. The moon again. So Cancer and Pisces. Secrets. Secret keeping. Stuff coming to light. Maybe this was just a secret wish for you, and now you're allowing the world to see it. Two of Wands in reverse. So much like the Two of Swords, this is a decision as well, but this is acting on your decision. So maybe you're still trying to figure out what it is exactly you want or how it's going to look for you, and you're not quite ready. You want to go, okay, so with the Knight of Wands, you want to go chase it, you want to, but you're not quite at the point where you're ready to take action yet. It's like, this is what I want, and I know that this is what I want. Maybe you're a secret admirer of somebody, or maybe they're secretly admiring you. Or both. Hopefully it's with the same person, because that would be a little awkward. Anyway. Let's go on to Justice in reverse. Six of Wands. Feeling victorious. So if you are going through a separation of some sort, whether you were legally married or not, the sun. So, yep, here we go. My nose is going. You feel victorious. You come out victorious. Maybe they said something like, I'm going to take you for all you have. And it's like, I got the ace in the hole right here. Here's the thing. You're only entitled to half. So am I. Or maybe they make more money than you. Or something comes out that it's like, oh, they couldn't. They can only take from you what you allow. Speaking as somebody who has been through the divorce process, some of us just walk away. They're like, you know what? I just want to go. Can I just take what's mine and leave? Because that would be great. I don't want half the house. You can have the house. Or it was theirs to start with, or yours to start with, however it works. So if it was theirs to start with, you're not tied to it. They're like, but I can't afford it on my own. Well, that's not my problem. Bye. And you're free to go and live wherever you want to live. You're not tied down anymore. Or if it's your house, they got to go. They got to get out of the house. It's still your house. So either, whatever is your situation, you are coming out of it on top. Hopefully that focused. The sun card, happiest card in the deck. See, it's all working out. It's all working out. Walking away. You're walking away. It's time to go. Peace. Seven of Cups, all about having options, which can be overwhelming. Sometimes it's like, I don't want, just tell me what to do. Pray. Go within. Meditate. Pray. Talk to your higher self. Talk to your guides. Have a council meeting. Whatever it is. Whatever you want to call it. Journal. Stuff. You know, sometimes when we write or when we type, things just kind of come up. So whatever it is for you, go within, because our souls will never steer us wrong, right? I say that all the time. Okay. All right. Yeah, we're having a hard time here. All right, Three of Cups in reverse. So this could be third party. That's how I see Three of Cups in reverse a lot of times, especially when it has to do with relationships, which this clearly has turned into some sort of relationship reading, as it traditionally does. Nine of Wands in reverse, so getting out of victim mode. The High Priestess in reverse, sign of Pisces. So High Priestess. And I just realized that I've been clarifying all but the first one with the same deck that I did my... So this happens sometimes. I try to use a second deck to clarify because sometimes we get the same card to come out. They had me pick up this deck for a reason. So here we go. High Priestess, the High Priestess, sign of Pisces, but in reverse. You're not listening. You're not listening to your soul. You're not listening to your intuition. There's a breakdown in communication there. So when we're trying to make choices, we need to go within and we need to listen to what makes our soul happy. If you put your hands over your heart or your solar plexus, and if it makes you spontaneously smile, that's what you want to do. If it makes you upset or angry or like you can't breathe or your stomach's in knots, your chakras are just, closing up, then it's not right. It's not for you. It's not what's best. The Star. Yeah. Now it's a wish come true. Now we're happy. This is what you're manifesting. Maybe you manifested having choices and it was like, I didn't mean to do that. Just kidding. Been there. Like, oh, wouldn't it be great? A couple years ago, I had 2 job offers. And they were going to pay the same per hour, but one was full-time and one was part-time. And I chose the part-time because I thought it was something that I was very passionate about. It was a nonprofit, and I was very passionate about the cause. And not that I'm not anymore, but it was not all it was cracked up to be. Let's just say that. And at the time, I'm like, wouldn't it be great to have to choose between 2 fantastic options? It wasn't. And I've looked back because I didn't even last a year in that nonprofit job. And I've looked back, and yes, I've learned things, but it was like, now I'm afraid. I'm afraid to have choices. That's something I have to deal with and I have to release. But sometimes we manifest the ability to have choices, and then it's like, oh shit. I don't know that that's what I wanted to do. My bad. So just be careful what you wish for. But whatever is your choice, whatever you have in front of you, I wish I'd known this at the time of my choice needing to be made, how to tell if it's the right thing for you. So go within, ask your soul, figure out if you have any blocks, and in general, this is going to be a wish come true for you. 4 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, you're getting out of that stagnant energy. You're happy. So it's movement. All right. Do the energy cards. All of the decks that I use will be in the description box below. So if you resonate with something, and I think all the decks that I'm using today are still in print. Try to let you know if they're not. I think I have one particular author that I have quite a few decks, but I don't use them very often. Maybe because I have a problem with Doreen Virtue's jump to the dark side. I don't know. But as far as I know, her decks are the only ones that are no longer in print. But I'm not using any of hers today. Ooh, yeah, deceit. Be careful. Be careful that you're not trying to trick yourself. You're not trying to fool yourself. It kind of reminds me of Judith and the Devil card. So just be careful if there's somebody who's trying to deceive you, or if you feel like there's someone who's trying to deceive you, especially if you go and you ask other people, always take it with a grain of salt, because we can only give advice or our opinions based on our personal experiences through our own filters. So what might be right for one of us might not be right for another. Or just because I had a bad experience having multiple choices doesn't mean you will. Maybe it's that you can't make a bad choice. You can't make a bad decision. It's going to be right for you. What's going to be right for you is going to be right for you. Have faith. Absolutely. Number 22. Have faith. Deceit was number 25 if you're a numerology person. Let's see. Surrender. Surrender sounds good to me. What needs to be surrendered? Wow, that was quick. Surrender negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. I love that. This was in the general reading as well. So, yeah, let go. Let go of that fear. Let go of the naysaying. Let go of whatever your ego is like, you don't deserve that. What are you doing? You need to stay in fear. No, you don't. Get the hell out of fear. Love. Love is the answer to everything. When we approach a situation with love, when we treat another person with love, whether we think they're deserving or not, when we base everything, what's the opposite of fear? Love. When we treat everything with love, can't go wrong. And I love that. Say thank you for sharing and move on. Love it. Have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon. Have faith. Have faith in your dreams. Know that you've manifested this. And whatever's going to come out is going to come out. Whatever is going to happen is going to happen. And it's always for our highest and greatest good. Even if we can't see it in the moment, even when it's something that we perceive as bad, there's a lesson in it. And the lesson where it's happening for our highest and greatest good, regardless. Have faith. Well, that was pretty good, guys. So whatever's going on, just know everything's always working. That's a mantra. Everything always works out for me. Everything always works out for me. Everything always works out for my highest and greatest good. Everything always works out for me. Feel free to use that. There's a lot of people I know that use that. It's just a really fantastic mantra. Try it. You might like it. So have a great week, you guys. Release with the full moon. Embrace the Lion's Gate, the activations and the awakenings and the soul growth. So, as always, thank you so much for watching. Take care.